Hello and welcome to the Gaming Chronicles. Today we will continue Shining Force, the Legacy of Great Intention, on the Sega Genesis Classics library. So let's fire it up. Alrighty, in our previous episode, we freed the citizens and the town of Bustoke from the Runefaust occupation. However, they still were able to get their hands on that laser eye, so we're going to have to deal with that later. And let's see. Oh, and we found the first secret item of the game, which we'll just go ahead and sell. It's useless, and while it may be, I don't know, interesting that they have these things in here, it's like kind of cool to find them. Without utility, I don't even care to have them occupying my bag space. So whatever. And we get money for it if we sell it. Alright, I think this lady now says, yeah, we're free, yay, you're welcome. So anyway, if they had put secret items in the game, let's see, they're trying to block our way to the bridge, attack them, Shining Force, okay. If they had, put in secret items of the game that were helpful, or that, like, provided a fair, stat boost, like let's say the Sugoi Mitsugi like provided +5 agility or something like that, I don't know, then it would be, useful. But as it is, it's just something that changes your sprite appearance, and that's like, whatever. I don't need that using up my bag space. So anyway, it's just fun to find them, but other than that, just sell them straight away. Holy cow, Gort is only doing 3 damage and he just got a weapon upgrade too. Dang. Let's see, 1, 2, let's put you right there. Because I think those snipers, or those dark elves, I think they come down and shoot at us. Because they have good movement in the forest as well. Just like our elven archers. I did want to revisit Tao and Henri for just a brief moment. I didn't feel like I gave them the the attention that they deserve, because they truly are powerhouses on the Force. I mean, I mentioned that they are offensive magical casters, which in and of itself makes them a force to be reckoned with. The difference between, oh, he attacks Balboroy and not not Maximus. That's interesting. Hey, some of that evasion is coming through. Yay. But anyway, the main difference between the offensive spellcasters on the Force versus on the enemy's side is AI versus human, and that AI versus human makes a huge difference. Obviously, because if we think about maps like the Cavern of Darkness, where there's 3 dark mages, all of them have Blaze level 2. I mean, they could that kind of a grouping of mages could really wreck the party. But because they just sit there standing and doing nothing, or just they don't move from their position, I should say. They hold position, and they'll only cast at you if you're within range of their position. Then they put themselves at a huge disadvantage. Now, granted, they don't have any healer or fighter backup, but still, they could do a whole lot more damage if they had been programmed to be mobile. So for Henri and Teo, that weak command, let's attack by 2, defense by 1. All right, that's good. That gives us such a huge advantage just because of our ability to humanly reason and strategize and all that good stuff. Now, as we can see, Xylo is going to be probably our best fighter. Well, he's the best fighter in the woods, just like that NPC from Bustoke said. They weren't lying. He's a very good fighter, very powerful. We'll talk about him later. But so going back again to Hans, or not Hans, Tao and Henri. The fact that this game, when they were designing the enemies and assigning, like, you know, hit point pools, where they didn't they didn't scale enemy health very high as you progress throughout the levels. Oh, nice, Gort. Cap by 3, defense by 2. That's fantastic. So, for example, if we look at our... Let's look at the Lizard Man. Lizard Man has 20 health. I think that's the most. Yeah, they have 18. Yeah, and 20. So, Lizard Man has 20 health. We're at the middle of Chapter 3. And we go all the way to the Chapter 8. And we take... enemies like Torch Eye, Iron Claw, or is it? Yeah, Iron Claw, the Jets, even the Minotaurs. Let's see, the Wyverns. All of those just have their health is in the high 20s, low 30s. It isn't until you get to like the Blue Dragons that have, I think they have like 60 health or something like that. But yeah, you don't really see a the increase of health scales very slowly or lowly, and that gives a tremendous advantage to our offensive spellcasters, whose power just exponentially continues to increase versus those low health pools, right? Blaze 4 and Freeze 4 and Bolt 4, all of them can, well, I think Bolt 4 can, yeah, all of them can one-shot most of the enemies in the game, you know, with the exception of some of those, a few enemies in the last chapters and bosses, right? That's about the only thing that our offensive magic can't just destroy with one cast on level 4. You know, and then there's the, you know, how Bolt level 2 and 3 are just devastating. Freeze 3 is pretty powerful as well. You know, and even Blaze 3 is not to be trifled with. So just the, I guess the ratio of increased damage to your spell levels versus increased enemy health is so lopsided that as the player, you're always going to find yourself in an advantage with spellcasters in the group. And oh, come on. And couple that with the fact that, you know, Tao and Henri, they always have really good, they have good speed, so they're typically two of the first fighters to attack in battle, and so that sets the tone for, let's see, you just went up a level, right? Yeah. Alright, and you have the power ring, that's right. And so that sets your attackers up well, that sets up even your healers, how to anticipate where they need to be. So anyway, yeah, they're just, they truly do kind of control the tempo of battle. Not just, you know, I wouldn't say that they turn the tide of battle, because since this is not a really difficult game, you're probably not going to find yourself in a position where you're getting trounced, unless you're trying like super hard to. Oh, I only have freeze level 1. Unless you're trying super hard to like get ahead, like really push the levels, or push the battles, right? So you're kind of behind. Unless you're doing that. Okay, there we go. Muddle! Yay! Muddle is not useful in Shining Force 1, sadly. Anyway, yeah, and so unless you're really trying to push and you're starting to fall behind on your levels, and the enemies are that much more powerful than you. The game really isn't a hard game. It's a fun game, and it's got, you know, all of its other elements are great. And so anyway, so not turn the tide of battle so much as they kind of dictate the pace of the battle and the tempo at which you can just cruise through the battlefield. So anyway, yeah, Tao and Henri, and the fact that you have them so early, right? And that you know, Tao from the very beginning of the game, Henri chapter 2. Let's see, did she get health? No, she did not. Okay, that's fine. You know, makes it so you always have from battle 1 an offensive spellcaster to help with that tempo. So anyway, there's a whole lot more I could probably say about them, but I think that suffices. But who I really wanted to talk about, was Hans and Diane. They were the ones I wanted to talk about during this battle because I purposely substituted out our centaurs for our less powerful archers and even birdmen because of a couple of things I wanted to illustrate. So Hans and Diane, since this is the biggest forest map of the game, and despite that, they really do not outshine anybody else. It's not like I can take Hans and Diane off by themselves and, you know, start sniping Pegasus Knights at will. I can't do that. Even though they have great movement in the forest, similar to Xylo, they're still weak with their attack power. So it's not like they're not like mages. They don't, even when they can have better movement, they don't really help dictate the pace of the battle. They can get into a better, I guess, better support positions. Let's just leave. Actually, let's just leave you right here, because I'm pretty sure that we're getting close to the point where they'll come down and start attacking us. Yeah. So they can get into position better as a support fighter if they need to, but as far as just being able to wander off by themselves and start wrecking face, no, they cannot do that. Nice hit, Luke. That was awesome, actually. Attack by 2, defense by 3, speed by 1, hit points by 1. Excellent. So anyway, so I mean that's kind of sad, right? That this is the battlefield, this is the map where everybody wants Hans and Diane to be able to shine, and they don't. They just don't. And it's so sad that they that in the battlefield that oh, my hit points by 5. Okay, that is kind of like their home turf. They're, you know, they're still no better than a utility fighter. Nice hit, Hans. Attack by 2. Hey, attack 1 up that time. Way to be. Way to be. Alright, Xylo, let's actually, I don't want to have you out of range of my healers, just because I want them to be able to get experience. Yeah, there we go. So anyway, let's talk about them individually though. So Hans pre-promoted. He is, I would say he's a solid D, without a doubt. He, oh boy, Hans. Yeah, he, as we've seen, his level ups, for the most part, haven't given him much stats. I think the total amount of stats that he's gained has been less than 10 for almost 10 of his levels. Is he on 9 or 10? He's on 9. So he levels up with very small stat increases, and so he falls behind so quickly. And then and because everything's always behind, he's at best a utility he's a utility backup fighter to support your your mages or your front line. But as far as being able to take anything one-on-one, he really cannot. And so he's never ever better than a support fighter. I mean, that's kind of what archers are supposed to be, right? However, let's see, you're gonna attack that one, okay. Ouch. However, it's just kind of sad that he is so weak. So anyway, that's pre-promotion in a nutshell. Just yeah, he can support, be a support fighter. Good for shooting enemies that are in that fixed position that are melee maybe. But that's really where his strengths end, and even then. He kills things so slowly, like what from battle, was it battle 2, the second battle, right, where those two rune knights are sitting across the bridge. It took him like 4 turns to take one rune knight out. That's crazy. So even when we can take advantage of his strength, it takes so long to take down an enemy who's in a vulnerable position. It's just grates on your nerves. So anyway, post promotion, Hans once again, I would say, C- at best. Probably still like D plus. And while he gets stats that are at the very end. At the very end, when he's like between level 18 and 20 promoted, he finally gets statistics that, if you really wanted to, put him in as a support fighter for the last for the chapter party. You could, but getting there once again takes almost all 20 of those levels, because he ramps up at the very end instead of having I think instead of having good level ups from like level 1 to 10 promoted, I think they're all like 10 to 20 are his best levels. And so the time investment that is required to see any fruits of your labor is is maximized. You have to maximize that time investment, which is frustrating, because then at the end, he's not better than anybody who's an archer, really. He's comparable to Diane. Sometimes sometimes Hans is better than Diane. Sometimes, I say more often, I would say Diane is better than Hans. But that is a moot point, because of how Hans, at that point, you've invested so much time, and the rate of return, the return on investment for that time, and the statistics that he gets and everything is so low that it's like, nah. So yeah, Hans is a D tier, and my heart goes out to everyone who loves the archer who loves archer characters in an RPG. I love me a good archer, an archer character. But see, those Pegasus Knights, they need to come over here. Come on. But yeah, Hans is just bad. He's just bad. Diane is better than Hans. I wouldn't put Diane in my Chapter 8 party as a support fighter, but she's better than Hans usually. Unless she gets bad level up RNG, which that can happen. I've seen that happen with Diane, where she's had bad level up RNG, where it's like, oh man, Diane, you're lagging behind this game. Her statistics are, I think her attack might be lower than Hans at the end of the game. If we're to compare each statistic on a, take 100 playthroughs, I think Hans's attack will be on average higher than hers, but not by much, not by enough to make a difference, Okay, why aren't those Pegasus Knights attacking me? I really want them, yeah, there we go. I want them to come to me so that it's not just Xylo attacking them. I mean, that's fine, he could take them on, but... But anyway, so yeah, Diane pre-promoted, and even post-promoted, I'd say she's a... Ouch! She's a solid C plus even, because she can hold her own. She's not terrible. She doesn't fall behind in her attack as badly as Hans does. And let's see, what's her attack right now without... Yeah, she's got 23 attack right now versus Hans's... Oh, 22, that's right, because he just went up a level and he got some attack. So, he got a little bit better with that last level up. But normally, Diane stays ahead of Hans by a fair amount pre-promotion. Always. And it's enough that it makes a difference in, who you would choose to bring with you in a party. And the same I think goes with so I'm just trying to think after promotion, Hans versus Diane, or maybe no, maybe it's the same, maybe I'm mistaken, maybe Hans and Diane post promotion, they both level up steadily. Maybe that's it. Maybe they both post promotion, they level up steadily, kind of like an even slant. Oh, nice. No attack or defense, dang it. It's pre-promotion, I think, that Hans... We won't see Hans maybe doing much but before levels like, I don't know, 12 through 20. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of, where he kind of has an exponential increase of stats instead of post-promotion. But either way, you have to stick with him. You have to make sure you invest the proper time in him. What was that? Speed by 3? Whatever. Not great. So anyway, so yeah, I think that's kind of how it is. Whatever it is, my memory is that you have to dedicate a lot more time into Hans than to Diane to get any good results, or decent results, acceptable results. But anyway. And this map, did I already mention this? This map is the biggest, it's the biggest battlefield. The biggest forest battlefield. I mean, this is a huge forest battlefield, the biggest one in the game. And even so, the Elven Archers, and we can even say our flyers, because Balboroy and Emon, they're kind of in the same boat as Hans and Diane pre-promotion. And then when they hit the mountains, it's like, oh, we can't do it. Oh man. Oh, Maximus took a hard hit from that Pegasus Knight. I'm just glad that Gort and Luke, that they only receive a 50%. Same with what's his name, Maximus. That they only receive a 50% penalty. Alrighty. So we're not gonna egress. We don't need to. We'll likely, let's see. We'll probably take out after this battle. We'll take out Hans and Diane actually. Maybe we'll leave in Diane. I don't know, but I don't think so. I think we'll just take out both of them. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Oh, yep, go ahead and heal him. That's right. I will say one thing about both Diane and Hans. When they get promoted to a bowmaster, their battle sprites, even their map sprites, are pretty cool looking. I do like the I do like their in-battle sprites with the the giant crossbow. I think that's pretty cool. A nice little touch there. It's just too bad that it doesn't reflect, like the giant crossbow doesn't it doesn't do nearly the damage that you would that it visually purports that it would. Alrighty, good hits. And this is another one of those fights where you can actually, if you have Maximus up here, you can, if you just walk up to the bridge, then you can exit battle without defeating the Dark Priest or the Lizard Man, one or the other, because you have to kill one of them. You have to kill one of them. I don't think that you can just take one of your flyers and go to the bridge. But anyway, okay, I was gonna say, yeah, he's probably gonna heal himself again. Come on, Shining Force. Is there anyone who's close to leveling up? Out of these guys that are already here? No, not you, for sure. Oh, Balboroy. Let's let Balboroy take out that priest. Let's see. Yeah, Hans will have you just attack. Okay. First, we gotta have somebody hit him. And hey, if you can get 10 experience just by hitting him, that's great. But you've got to hit him. Nice. Very nice. Oh. No, Gort, I think, will slay him. I don't understand why healers on the enemy side have such high agility, and not agility, but evasion rate. Like, why do they have such a high evasion rate? Like, I miss all the time when fighting these the priests. Okay, oops. Okay, let's try again. Yeah, you're gonna heal yourself again. Okay, this is gonna get old fast. But I really just want Balboroy to be the one who takes him down. Okay, Hans, can you do this? Can you shoot him with an arrow? Well, we just had some auto anomaly. That was weird. Alright, if you do not hit the priest, and the priest hits you, there you go. Alright. Attack by 1, defense by 1, alright. Don't know what was up with that little audio glitch there, that was strange. But whatever, it's fine. Alright, now, yeah, whatever. We got Balboroy up another level, so. Oh, Dark Priest quickly evades. Alright, gotcha. Alright, let's get across quickly. Let's see. We're probably gonna egress, but here's a little cutscene to start off with. You betrayed Lord Cain. Foul fiend that he is. Oh. Uh-oh. Vile fiend. Alright, so here is the laser eye. And we didn't really get an introduction to the laser eye. We just got the cutscene where this this mercenary gets jousted off a cliff. Who we know as Pele, of course. So, yeah, we didn't even get in, like, they didn't even use the battle to introduce the laser eye, just, oh, hey, look, it's the laser eye. This is the secret weapon. Yeah, yeah. And so they've set it on the bridge, they've turned it on, but unfortunately, they didn't RTFM, so, they, the forces of Runefaust, are not ready for the machine that they turned on. But first, we're gonna go back to Bustoke. We do need to replace. Yeah, we're gonna replace a couple members of our force. All right. Join. Let's go ahead and put Chris back in. Yeah. Let's see, I'll go ahead and... Let's see, do we want to leave our... We can take our mages out, actually. I think that we'll be okay to take out Tao and Henri. To be honest. But first, let's take out Hans. I will leave behind Diane. Yeah, we'll leave you behind. Let's see, Ken, yeah. Let's see, who do I want to take out? Yeah, mages really aren't that powerful in this particular battle. So yeah, let's just go ahead and take out Henri. Even though, you know, that's silly, but I mean, it doesn't matter. Oh, whoops. Yeah, I do want to put in Ken or Arthur for Tao. And this is mostly because of the, Yeah, what's your advice for this battle? When fighting in woods, plan well before moving. Keep your troops together. I think you're behind one battle, Nova. Air warriors and long-range weapons are very useful in certain situations. No. Alrighty, let's take a look at our force here. What do you have to say? The battlefield is like a second home to me. Yeah. And then we've got our tables starting to fill up back here. I love what Hans says. Yeah, you're here if I need you. You're the one that is always saying you don't want to be hit. Yeah, some are like, we're bored. Get me out of here. And some of them are like, hey, this is nice. Feels good to relax. Alright, let's go. Alright, let's go ahead and save and yeah, let's go ahead and save, and then we'll go ahead and we'll take on the laser eye. We'll get it. We'll just do both battles in this one episode. It'll be a little bit longer of an episode, but that's okay. We'll finish up chapter 3. And I think the laser eye always goes first. Yeah. Ten seconds. 9. Oh no. Alrighty, so got 3 dark elves. Alright, we're gonna have Ammon and Balbaroy. Take care of them, probably. So the main reason why I substitute the knights, let's see, we don't want them to get too far ahead, actually. We don't want them to outpace our healers too much. Is just because we want to be able to, you know, kind of run at the laser eye, and our archers having the low movement that they do. I figure it's just best to leave them out. And even our mages, right? They have that low movement. And in this battle, movement truly is king. So, because once again, we're fighting a lot of enemies with low defense. The lizard man, dark priest, dark elves, all of them have low defense. Pegasus Knight's defense is decent, but there's no tanks in this, you know, there's no high defense enemies in this map. So we can kind of just focus on attack and just steamroll as best as we can, really. So that's what we're gonna do. Alright, come on, Chris. Alright, we're at turn number 2. I find it kind of interesting, kind of funny that the stationary laser eye. Ooh, actually, let's just have Ammon come up here and yeah, take out the lizard man, because as highly mobile as they are. Oh, you didn't take out the laser or the lizard man. Nice, nice, very nice. Man, come on. Oh. Alright, we'll just have May do it then. I haven't been checking experience. Bad, bad, bad. Attack by 1. Oh, good. Yeah. Alright, let's go. Might be a bad choice to have Arthur go across the bridge, but hey, that's okay. It's okay. Alright, let's go, Gort. There we go. Yeah, come get me. Alrighty, so let's see. Who can we talk about during this battle? We've already talked about Tao and Henri. We talked about them during 2 battles, actually. We talked about Hans and Diane. And I guess we can talk about our 2 flyers, Balbaroy and Ammon. Ammon. I don't know how to say her name. There's so many characters that whose name I don't know how to say. Even when I see like the Japanese pronunciation, I hesitate or falter because it's like I'm not sure if that's right. Like as far as the pronunciation of a vowel, right? Or where the stress is on the word. Like, is it Amon or is it Amon? You know, small things like that. Alright, let's engage this Pegasus Knight. And that is horrible, Balboroy. Come on, man. Ah. Ouch. Yeah, the supposed high evasion that the let's see. Let's go ahead and I don't even know. Yeah, let's just go ahead and have you attack that Pegasus Knight. They're kind of coming at us fast and furious. Let's see, let's put you on that Pegasus Knight as well. Please don't miss. Thank you. Man, they give good experience. Alright, we'll have you take that one. And you miss. That's just gravy. Alright, so Balboroy and Amon. They are they have an interesting story, I feel. So the first question that I always think about nowadays is, you know, why were they at Shade Abbey? Why did we find them at Shade Abbey? In Shining Force 2, we find out that the Birdmen come from Bedo, way over in in Parmesia, not Grand's Island, Parmesia. And so it's like, oopsies, I was trying to attack the Dark Elf, not this guy, whatever. So it's like, what are you doing over here in the land of Rune, way far away from Bedo? Like, why did you come all the way over here? Because I don't think that there are any other... let's see. Yeah, let's just go ahead and engage this guy. I don't think that there are any other known... Wait, are there any other known Birdman settlements? There might be, I'm not remembering. Ammon's dead. Sorry, Ammon. Yeah, you had the power ring too. Dang it. Oh well, it's fine. It's fine. So anyway, so they're kind of similar. I think that on a, you know, from a statistical approach, Balboroy's stats typically at the end game are a little bit better than Ammon. I think save the defense. I think Ammon's defense might be better than Balboroy's defense, but all of his other statistics are typically better. But as far as pre-promotion goes, we've already seen the struggles of both of them. They're let's go ahead and have you take care of that Pegasus Knight, Ken. They're supposed to have high evasion because they're of their birdmen being flyers, because they're flyers. And you don't really see that much. My experience is when they're not promoted, you don't see that very much. That supposed attribute doesn't come out much, and so they take so many hits. So far, we've only seen either of them evade one hit. That's it. I think Balbaroy, or was it? I can't even remember which one it was. But there's only been once that they've evaded an attack, and I specifically keep track of that because of how they're supposed to be, you know, these good, these good evaders. Now, when they're promoted, we see that a lot more. But even so, with that promotion, I don't feel like it's enough to really put them in just to try an evasion tank any given enemy. I think they typically have high agility, so that they have the tendency to, at post-promotion, to go some of the first in combat. Let's see, where's this guy at? 2-1 fire. Okay, so on his next turn, he's going to shoot, and we're not in a very good position, but whatever. So some people might die. Let's see, let's have Xylo come over here. Balbaroy, I'll just have you go ahead and come on over here. Oh yeah, and there's another secret item in this game that's also useless. Let's see, Ken, you'll be okay to tank the laser eye, but Luke, you will not. Luke, we need to get out of the line of fire, otherwise he's gonna get zapped. Oh, Maximus as well. Alright, let's see what Gong can do against this guy. 6 damage? Whatever. Alright, so I would say pre-promotion, if we talk about Balbaroy. Pre-promotion, he is at best like a C, a level C or a tier T or a tier C character. Low attack, but movement is very good, and he can come through when he needs to, as far as helping out with hard to attack enemies, because there's a lot of that going on in Chapter 3, you know. Oh, we just get sentenced Lo to death. Sorry, Lo. Unless we can, oh yeah, we can get to him with Chris. He won't die to the laser eye. But the lizard man will. Very nice. Alright, does that Dark's elf not move? Alright, here we go. Lots of laser beams. Dang it, we're gonna lose that experience. Yeah. Yep, Dax, friend or foe, doesn't matter who. Yikes. And the Runefaust army is probably like, wait a minute! How do you turn this thing off? Too late. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and clean up these forces. Oh, let's see. I've got 3 healers. Let's just all hang out for a minute. We're in no rush since the laser eyes has to count down again. Alright. Okay, so going back to Balbaroy, yeah, he's at best a C. Sometime, you know, he's got a pretty low attack, so I don't know. I'd say C, C minus at the best. his mobility really does help a lot as a flyer, like to to get to these these dark elves down here in the quarry. His movement is very helpful. So so his rating gets a huge boost. Same with Amon. Although I'd rate her probably the same, CC minus, pre-promoted, just because their mobility is so helpful in being able to engage those archers and some of like in the Bustoke quarry especially. You like on those stairs or those ramps where it's just hard to get to them. Let's see, let's go ahead and heal Xylo. And it helps unblock those choke points as well. Even with their low attack, they have a I should say for their low attack, they have a very high utility in battle. Their defense, neither of their defense gets good. Alright, attack, or level 9. Alright, very nice. Okay, reinitiating. Gotta re-warm up. Let's just have Xylo just charge straight ahead. And the funny thing is, the Laser Eye's not even the boss. It's the Silver Knight that's guarding the bridge, I believe. So, anyway, so yeah, pre-promotion, both Amon and Balboroy being very similar. Yeah, I give them both C minus, and they're only that high because of how their mobility helps them engage hard to reach enemies. Otherwise, they'd be like D tier, maybe even F tier. Honestly, they're let's see, is it where is it? There's another secret item here. I think it's is it above the Dark Elf? Let's see. There's 2 Dark Elves here, and I thought it was. Ah, there it is. I was gonna say I thought that it was right around here. I guess we just had to be facing the right way. I don't know. But anyway, we found it. It's another silly item. That one's like a dress for Henri that modifies her sprite. Alright, level 10. Alright, come get some. And these Silver Knights are fairly weak. They're fairly weak for the point in the game that we find them. Yeah, they're not much of a threat. I think they give decent experience, but yeah, they're pretty weak. Alright, Arthur, yay! Alright, and I think that once we engage or get this close to the laser, I think that's when the Lizard Man and the Dark Priest will engage us. Alright, let's get him. Nice hit, May. Okay, thinking back to Amon and Balboroy, it's kind of hard to really pin down where these guys, lie on the kind of on the spectrum because, okay, there we go. I was gonna say they've gotta come up here sooner or later. Because post promotion, they gain a lot more utility. There's a lot more battles where they where we can take advantage of their ability to fly and attack enemies that would be hard to reach or take a long time to like walk around to wherever their position is. Lots of like changes in elevation maps where they're highly highly valuable, and their statistics aren't terrible as we level them up post promotion as well. They're never super strong defense or attack even, like but it's decent. I think that I don't know, it's hard to remember for me. I think that they're better than I remember. And thinking to my peers who I played this game with, one of them would I think my friend would have probably ranked Balbaroi like as an S tier, and that's fair. If his ability to fly and even the evasion, the evasion of being a flyer, if that RNG is working out for you, nice, good level up, then yeah, he's gonna sometimes have battles where he is an S tier, I think, fighter. But that's in very specific situations. It's not consistent, I don't think. There was a time where I remember he had invited me over to his house and he was playing this, and it was in the Bustoke quarry. And I think he'd promoted his guys early. I've mentioned how he was known for just grinding so that he was over-leveled. But anyway, he had promoted all of his characters, including, flyers, this new recently added, so even Diane was up there. And he was already like in the middle of the battle, and then it's where are you at? He says, "Oh, I'm just in the middle of the Bustoke quarry battle," and then he says, "I put Balbaroi and Ammon in, and then he decided to kind of, I don't know if you want to say play a joke or a trick on me, but I noticed that Balbaroi, he wasn't taking any hits. He had like evaded 6 or 7 attacks in a row, and I'm like, why is Balbaroi evading every hit? And then he looks at me and he's like, I put in a cheat code. Well, he didn't put in a cheat code. He was just getting such amazing RNG on the evasion factor for the flyer that Balbaroi, he wasn't taking hits. I think it was finally the 10th time or so that an enemy engaged him and tried to attack him that he took damage, and that's when I said, you didn't put in a cheat code, he got hit, and he just laughed and said, I know, but that's just how amazing Balbaroi's evasion is. And me, I personally didn't use the flyers that much, because I hadn't really learned at that point, or I should say up until that point, because I did then, just the value of the flyers' evasion and their mobility. And honestly, just watching him play that battle with Balbaroi made me reevaluate the way I strategized, rated, and prioritized my force members completely. And so from that point onwards, I made sure that I prioritized Balbaroi and Ammon as appropriate. Let's see. I don't want to bother with the Dark Priest. We're just gonna go straight after the Silver Knight and end this battle. Let's see. Do we need to heal anybody else? So I would say, so post promotion, I would give Ammon first. I would give her a C or a B minus because once again, even though her statistics aren't so amazing, they are good enough to her mobility is, oh, that's right, heal. Her mobility is good enough that it gives her a huge boost on her utility in combat. So yeah, I'd say she can easily get a B rating for some battles. Other battles, it's like, no, don't put her in. She'll die real quick. And then Balbaroi, I would give him kind of a B plus A minus rating as far as you know, how I would rate him. Let's see. I don't think anybody up here needs a heal. No. Good. Oh, and now we're stuck. So yeah. Anyway, so that's where I think I would land the two flyers. Ammon C plus B minus. Balbaroi A minus B plus. Just based off of my experience. And like I said, I've seen others, I think, online rate Balbaroi really high. I think I've seen others rate. Oh, what's this? You may have beaten us here, but generally it will stop you in POW. Okay. And here comes. All right. All right. Now we get Pele. Evil is afoot! Alright, so we destroyed the Runefaust ancient weapon, shoved a couple of spears into its big laser shooting eyeball, and now it's kaput, defunct. We head towards the moving town of POW! Knowing that Runefaust is gathering his forces, our heroes hurried onward. Alright, end of chapter 3, and end of our assessment on... We talked about a lot of Force members, but we're going to talk about a lot more in Chapter 4. Spoilers! Yeah, let's record. Let's record our journey. The Shining Force reached the POW Prairie to discover that POW was a town of wagons. Alright, hello. No. Oh, really? Well, good for him. What if we say yes? He is definitely my type. He's a pretty cool dude. I think he's a dragon kin. I think it's his is what he is. He's this huge guy. Hey, items. We don't need items. No. Let's look around for just a second. Well, I'm sorry, sir. Yes. Okay. Hello. Oh, hey. What's up? It's Elliot! Alright, let's go ahead and talk to this guy. Yeah, I'll listen to you. Runefaust has been corrupted by Dark Soul. He came from nowhere to sway our king. Dark Soul told King Ramladu that the world would be his to rule forever. All he needed was the legacy of the ancients. Dark Soul claimed. Our king listened. Though I hate Dark Soul and his plans, I am loyal to King Ramladu. Well, dang it! When we meet next, Maximus, it will be on the battlefield. All this warfare is Dark Soul's doing, yeah. If you defeat me in battle, please free Runefaust from Dark Soul's clutches. Well, shoot. Quite tragic that we have to, Alright, a longsword. Alright, we're just gonna give that straight, or equip that straight to Maximus, give him a little bit of an attack boost, since Maximus is kind of struggling. I can't worry about such things. Okay, whatever. Hello, sir. Where's Vankar? He's supposed to stop strangers. Well, no one stopped me. Let's see. Can we... We can go in here now. Yeah. Do you have something? Wait, what? Oh, okay. Oh, you're getting ready to leave right now. Bread of life. Alright. We're gonna need a couple of power spears. Let's see, yep, longsword for Gort. Actually, is the longsword better than the middle axe? I don't know. Let's get another power spear. We're gonna need, let's see, 1, 2, right? We need one for Vankar and one for Kokichi. We'll give them both to Arthur. Oh, and one for Gunts. We need Gunts. Yeah. Let's see, Steel Arrow, Power Staff. Okay, yeah, we don't need. Let's see if we can. Let's see, yeah, sell your Bronze Lance. Sell your Middle Sword. Let's see, and then let's buy, of course, two. Oh, let's sell that silly dress. Oh wait, yeah, we're gonna sell their middle swords. Derp, derp, derp. Come on, get with it. All right, sell the middle swords. And now we're gonna buy long swords. No. Alright, thank you. Let's go ahead and equip all that nonsense. Oop. Ah! 23, okay, that's a little better. 25. Let's leave her with the power ring for now. There's still Balbazar to get past. Oh, what do the books say? Traveling towns, power journeys, many more books. Okay. I want revenge! Okay. Did I miss something? Maybe there was something that wasn't programmed in that was supposed to be programmed in. I don't know. Let's see. I think he's talking to those engines too much. Hello, sheep. We're going to Ulaanbaatar. Okay. Alright, is this the point where I get Jogurt, or is it later? There he is. Hello. Hello, Jogurt. I think we now have him on the force. I think... Right? Alright, let's go ahead and save and quit. We'll finish exploring the town, and then start the no. And then do the Battle of Pow Prairie. We might egress a couple of times because it's gonna give us some pretty good experience. Alrighty, so until our next episode, so long for now.